As-salamu alaykum Sayyidi.
Walaykum salam wa rahmatullah.
Should we be studying physics and chemistry to understand better? Thank you very much. I really appreciate the Muhammadan Prophet ﷺ.
Yeah, the prophetic realities of Sayyidina Muhammad. You study what has an inclination within your heart. If you have a yearning for biology and understanding, that you want to understand biology, you want to understand chemistry, physics, science, any of the sciences, anything that you feel a calling to. Even we've talked before on computer sciences. So it depends upon who's out there listening and what their natural inclination, then to go and study it in a Muhammadan haqqaiq way. Right? You can study medicine but at the same time you can hear what the shaykhs are teaching to understand the prophetic reality of the medicine, the prophetic reality of math, the prophetic reality of these sciences. So whatever people's callings are, they would apply the Muhammadan haqqaiq towards that reality to make that ulum blossom in Allah's way. Right? So there's a lot of programmers in computer science, IT guys out who watch these things. So they understand according to IT, oh machine language, how the shaykh knows about machine language and binary codes and all these things. Means that these realities are meant for people to take back into their particular interest. If there's psychologists out there then they understand the perfection of psychology is with tariqah, because the tariqah knows the reality of a nafs. If you leave out the element of a nafs in psychology then what the heck are you teaching? You left out the biggest criminal in the whole game. So what is it possibly that you're teaching? Nothing. So the Naqshbandiyya has the perfection of psychology, has all the basis of these haqqaiqs, understand all of those realities. That what is the nafs doing on people? If you leave the element of the nafs out then you're just saying this person did like this and the person is like that. But you left the biggest element of that person out, and the biggest enemy of that person is their nafs. So alhamdulillah the tariqas and the haqqaiqs they have every ulum and knowledge that Allah want them to have, and especially the last days their knowledges are essential. So when they're telling people that these sicknesses that are coming, and we described before, if they prescribe for you parasite medicines that good for parasites, and people were laughing on the news, these are for like parasites and what the heck. Because remember the science and the science mind is of a complete opposite than the reality of the heart. Those who rely on their science only then they have a corrupt understanding. Those whom rely upon their heart and their heart illuminates their science then they are in a kamil perfected understanding. So then when Allah want to inspire and teach them that these creatures that are coming to attach themselves and make a human sick, they are parasitical. Means they are parasites. So anti-parasite medicine would obviously work good against the movement of that parasite within your body. And it's interesting for people to study what is a parasite. Now in our day and age there are worms that can enter your body and they're considered parasites. And this worm that enters into your body can actually begin to affect your neurotransmitter. Can you imagine a worm enters the body and begins to affect your brain? It's hijacked your nerves. A little parasite you give no look to, a worm, a bug. The bug and the Lyme disease that goes into the body, that parasite begin to shut down your immune system. That's an alien that is understanding these creatures entering into you and hijacking your body function, your physiology, your neurology, all of these. So it's already on our existence. There are so many parasites that have entered into a creation and they begin to command the creation, its mind, its thoughts, its body function. Study a little bit about parasites, it give you more understanding to the jinn world. Because the ones whom are attacking, they're not the mu'min, they're coming to be a parasite off of humanity. That was the example in the Matrix, and that's why these movies were like a isharat from Allah, that for them they just want to use you like a battery. They're going to lock into you and use your functions. You say, how could they be like that? Already there are like that. They just want to use you like a battery. They're going to lock into you and use your functions. You say, how could they be like that? Already there are like that. There are worms that can do that to you. They enter into your body and your brain doesn't function anymore. How a worm is controlling and driving your head. Lyme disease and ticks, and they can shut down your immune system. So there's so many parasites. So it's only natural that in a battle like this at particular times then anti-parasite medicine would make sense. For the parasite value of this creature that coming and attacking and how it's trying to replicate within your system and how do they spread themselves is through viruses. Right? So then it would be worthwhile for someone to study what is a virus in computer understanding. Then you'll understand why these jinn use virus to overtake you. So you say, oh, it's just a cold, Shaykh, we got a cold from someone. Okay, you don't have a, that's not, you're using your head with us. That's not going to work. You have to use your heart. So you study a virus. Huh Zishan? If you want to take over someone's computer, you send them a virus. That's how the whole system of it was integrated into computers. So when these espionage countries, they want to take over your power system, what do? They send a virus into your computing system and then basically hijack it through their keyboard. Your computers are now working for them in that example. They shut your power off, they turn your power on, they open the floodgates for your dams, they will do anything they want. Small time virus they send through your email and all of a sudden they're taking all your codes out of your computer. So the concept of a virus was like a Trojan horse. I'll send something into you to overtake you and your functionality. So when Prophet is describing these pandemics, these are these marada, these are these nefarious creatures coming. Why are they coming? What are they trying to accomplish? So by means of viruses, what are they doing? You think this, oh let's just get 10 people sick. The ones who die, they were not strong enough, they didn't want them. If they're going to die from it, they don't want the old and crippled, let them go is their thought. But the ones that were strong enough to survive their viral infection and intrusion into their being, they want them and they're going to take them. And their eyes will be their eyes, their hearing will be their hearing, their speaking will be their speaking, their hands will be their hands and their feet will be their feet. So much so that they will become and it's not Rabbaniyun and it's not the power of kun fayakun, right? So shaitan has his version, he's using it through that. That's what a virus means. A virus doesn't mean runny nose, those are the symptoms of what you're getting. But viral and virus means something is trying to come in and overtake your system. If you understand what's overtaking it, then you understand the importance of the zikr, the madad, the practices. So that we reach Hadith al-Qudsi in which Allah overtakes our hearing, Allah overtakes our seeing, Allah overtakes our speaking. So much so that you become Rabbaniyun. So the two are now fighting in a battle. Either you want to give yourself to the Divine or these things are continuously sending different. And when they can't get into your computer one way, they send it in another email. So have you ever seen virus attack software? They show you on a map 10,000 attacks today. Do you think there's a day where it doesn't attack? So people ask, oh Shaykh, is this going to end? Do you think the party's over for them? No, it's just the beginning. So study viruses and parasites, then we understand what is capable of. Antigen, yeah. For you to have good strength they call it antigen. That means you have a strong immunity system. The word is called antigen. They want to give you viruses so you can have a strong immunity, and then they check your immunity. As soon as you get your thing you go check your immunity, they call that check as an antigen to see if you have the ability to fight off a viral attack. The one who wrote all of this he put his signs everywhere. Alhamdulillah.
As-salamu alaykum Sayyidi.
Wa alaykum as-salam wa rahmatullah.
Sayyidi, how can one